All right, people, let's go. We got some news. We got some portfolio updates to get to. Big changes happened this month. So first, big change in the portfolio. My biggest holding, VOO, it's out. I sold my VOO. I redistributed into my 3 ETFs that are left. So SCHD, VGT, triple QI. I'm going to be going for a 40-40-20 split between these three. So 40% SCHD, 40 VGT, and then the remaining 20 in triple QI. I know this might seem like, I always talk about how much I love the S&P 500, so it might seem like this doesn't make sense, but the S&P 500 is still my favorite index. The reason I sold my 401k through work is 100% invested into the S&P 500, so I have a lot of S&P 500 exposure there. I have a Roth 401k at work. That's all S&P 500. So for this one, I just wanted to consolidate it down. I'm down to 3 ETFs. Very simple. I like the SCHD VGT split. There's hardly any overlap between these funds. We got the aggressive tech fund. We got the dividend, the stable growing dividend fund. So that's a really good split. I like doing the kind of even split between those. So it's like if VGT runs up, my dollars that I'm distributing, my new contributions are going to go to SCHD. If SCHD is running up, or likely VGT's kind of trending downwards, then the new dollars are going into VGT. So it always kind of helps, like, sort of buy the dips naturally just by looking at which one is underweighted. So we got those two, and then triple QI just for some income, so, and to cover me if I ever get assigned shares on any put option that I sell. So that's the portfolio changes. So we got news. First up in the news, SCHD. They announced their dividend today, so that came in at 0.2569. A little bit lower than I was hoping, but quarter one, there's usually always like a little bit of a drop off, so not completely unexpected, but still hoping for a little bit more. But it's not terrible, and it is still a slight, like, 3 point something percent growth over Q1's dividend last year. So it is still doing its thing. I would have liked to see a little bit more there, but 0.2569. So that's going to come in for me a little over $400. I think when I calculated out, like $411 with these 1,600 shares. Now, VGT. This is some surprising news to me. Vanguard, they don't often split their ETFs. They don't do stock splits very often. But Vanguard announced today VGT is going to be going through a 8-to-1 stock split, share split, ETF split, however you want to say it. So that's going to happen April 21st, 2026. So now basically I'm going to have 8 times more shares of VGT, and it's going to go divide the share price that it's at by 8. You guys know how stock splits work. If you don't, plenty of info on it. So yeah, VGT 8-to-1 stock split. Very interesting there. So that'll be that'll certainly be a change. So that'll be coming next month in April. So yeah, that's where we stand. We're definitely getting hit hard this month. We know the market's been dipping, a lot of news. Barely holding on to 120,000, but we still got another week left in the month. We'll see how we end up. But yeah, this is looking like probably the first month that my portfolio value is going to be down since the previous month update. So yeah, it looks like we're taking a hit, but it's okay. We like this. This is allowing us to pick up some additional shares at some cheaper prices. We don't panic. We stick to the plan. We just keep adding our shares. This dollar amount here doesn't matter too much. These amount of shares down here, that's what you should focus on. The number of shares you have. not so much what the dollar amount says on any given day. So just stay calm, focus on your shares, just increase your shares. The market will bounce back. It's what it does. So stay disciplined, stick to the plan. We're going to be all right.